Storms moving across Iowa, giving us quite a light show. Stacy showed off some of the views at the top of the newscast. Here's some more. This is Tanner Lyon, sent this to us from Otho, south of Fort Dodge. And you don't even need streetlights out there when this kind of stuff's happening. I mean, gosh, look at all of that.
Pretty continuous lightning there.
Yeah, it's a mess. And then we did get a phone call from somebody in Fort Dodge earlier tonight saying pea-sized hail was falling there too.
Yeah, quite a bit of small hail. We did have a couple other reports that got to that, quarter-size inch in diameter. That's your severe level criteria up towards the Humboldt and Wright County areas when those storms were coming southward. They're still going this evening. We'll take a look at from our downtown Des Moines Skycam. We're looking now off to the east and northeast. You can see 235 there in the foreground. You can actually see the bottom level, the base of the clouds on the leading edge of this thunderstorm moving this direction as well, and quite a bit of some lightning ongoing at this hour. So those storms are not too far off. Our vantage point was basically from right here, looking right towards the edge of that storm that's now coming into basically past Bondurant and kind of over there towards the 65-5 bypass area here. So we're working with basically storms that are moving southward at about 30 miles per hour or so. We'll basically just pause these and we'll zoom in and look a little bit closer. Now, the good news here is we're not dealing with any actual severe level stuff going on right now. You're still going to probably have some wind gusts around maybe 30, maybe upwards of 40 miles per hour along the leading edge of this line of storms that stretches past Altoona, Mitchellville, Colfax, over towards Newton here, and eventually over towards the Grinnell area, basically right along I-80, moving southeast, maybe 30 miles per hour or so. So plenty of lightning, thunder, some heavy rainfall obviously here too, and maybe a stronger wind gust. We could still have a little bit of some small hail coming down from these storms, but nothing like really nasty major. Some of that activity then stretches back upwards past Ankeny, Alleman, and up towards Huxley. If we widen things out, there's another cell that's developed a little bit farther to the north and the west. This is a tall thunderstorm now here that's formed up in Greene County to the north of Jefferson, and then kind of south of Peyton and Sheridan here. It's about 50,000 feet tall. Lots of lightning there. It's got that purple color. Wouldn't surprise me if that's also producing some hail. If we widen things out and look at the whole middle part of the state, we'll put these storms back in motion. Again, they're moving at about 30-ish miles per hour or so. Let's just take the lightning off too so you can actually see them. And those are going to continue to move this direction then here as we head into the evening and overnight. So the Des Moines Metro is kind of on the edge of this line of storms, but we'll probably see sort of back building here to the west across Boone County, Greene County, Carroll County, and those will eventually move southward too. We mentioned earlier on our secondary complex of storms. It's taken shape out over towards the Missouri River Valley. These are severe warned for hail as large as ping pong ball size. I haven't checked reports to see if that's really verifying, but those are drifting off to the east. So what's likely is these are just going to kind of fill in into one line of storms and then gradually kind of shift off to the east and southeast as we head into tonight. So this is the zone to watch from the Storm Prediction Center for some possibly a few more severe storms here. I would guess most likely from this western cluster as you head out towards Harlan and Carroll and Audubon and Atlantic into the overnight hours. We'll give you a sort of the lay of the land of why this is going to happen here. If we widen things out, we talked earlier in the night about this boundary. That's sinking southward. That's our storms that are in central Iowa right now. Low pressure is going to move off to the east through Nebraska. Eventually that low, the whole thing, just kind of sinks southeastward and moves around us. And that's why we'll still probably have some showers as we head into tomorrow. So as we head through the rest of tonight, high resolution, short-term sort of weather modeling usually isn't the greatest. But we've got this line of storms that'll move southward, the complex of storms that'll move eastward. Still a few stronger cells are possible for a few more hours tonight, and then just some locally heavy downpours as we head closer to daybreak tomorrow morning. Most of the rainfall starts to work its way down into southern parts of Iowa as we hit daybreak on your Tuesday. Then as we go past that into tomorrow, we're probably just going to have some showers linger across southern Iowa, clouds to the north, 70s instead of 80s. We'll still be in the 70s on Wednesday, although I think our clouds will be on the decrease there. Just a low chance of a shower Wednesday. We start to trend temperatures back up as the sunshine returns. We're looking at 80s by Friday. A front comes in Saturday, and all that does is sweep the humidity out of here. So dry 80s this weekend and into next week.